Welcome farmers to a Rise of Kingdoms farm account guide. In this video I'm going to show you guys some farming tips for your Rise of Kingdoms account, and we are going to show you everything you need to do to create and take advantage of a farm account. So let's get started, and we will show you how to go ahead and create that account, because that's what you probably are here for first. How do you create the account? So you're going to click on your profile, you're going to go to settings, character management, and you can create a new character, and you're going to find the kingdom you're on so you can create a farm account to help your main account. So I'm going to create a farm account for this one here. So let's find the kingdom that I already am on, create new character in this kingdom. Yes. Now, you can create 2 accounts on any kingdom, but you can also migrate more accounts into that kingdom. So if you have other accounts and you want to get past having just 2 accounts, you can migrate accounts. So if you want to learn how to migrate, I'm going to add a card to the top of this video here so you can check it out. Now, before we get into which civilization you're going to pick, if you want to take the most advantage of creating a new account, you could do the jumper method and create a jumper account to take advantage of some free gems and goodies and all that stuff to help get your account boosted and started quicker. So I will put a card to that here in the top corner. Yeah, so another way to create more than just one account, say you want more than one farm account on the same kingdom, you could get a second device and have a different 2 accounts on there, so you could have 4 accounts on the same server. Or you could play on your PC with the BlueStacks app, which is basically an Android emulator. So you can download Rise of Kingdoms through BlueStacks and play it on there. So why create a farm account? Basically, it's to help feed your main account resources. So I've just upgraded to City Hall 23 on my main account on this 2141 that I'm on right now, and it's expensive, like 36 million resources each. So to farm that takes a little while, and you only have, with only 5 marches, you can only gather so many resources at a time. So to make things easier, you could play on your farm account when you're not busy to help gather resources and send them to your main. So we'll talk about how you actually send the resources back and forth to your main from your farm account a little later in the video. But so let's cover which civilization to choose on your farm accounts. We've got Rome. So if you're going to do, for example, 4 accounts and have 3 farm accounts, one on that focuses on food, one that focuses on wood, and one that focuses on stone, I do not do this. I do not have time to do that. But I have totally done similar things on other games in the past. So anyways, so I would use Rome for your food gathering, because you get 10% gathering speed. I would choose Byzantium for stone gathering speed. And I would choose France for wood gathering speed. So that's 10% bonus to each. So if you had 1 food, 1 wood, 1 stone, you could have 10% bonus increase farming speed of those resources if you focus on just those. So then you could also upgrade your buildings. You know which ones to focus on first. Anyways, if you were going to do just 1 farm account, which is what I'm going to do, just 1, and play it when I'm bored or waiting on the main account, I'm going to choose France. And not because of the wood gathering speed bonus. That is nice. That is actually a nice bonus. But Joan of Arc is the only epic commander that is a gatherer. So you definitely want to focus her gathering talent tree. And you won't have epic sculptures competing on other epic commanders, because on a farm account you only care about your gathering commanders anyways. So I would choose France to start. Not feeling France, if you just, don't want to be French, you could play Japan, because Japan has a 5% gathering speed bonus for all resources. So that way you wouldn't get the 10% bonus for one resources, but you would have a balanced resource gathering boost using Japan. Okay, so I'm gonna pick France, because like I said, if I'm gonna choose just one, I'm gonna pick France. So let's go ahead and create this farm account so you can see. So yeah, it's the whole intro. You did this the first time around. Let's skip that. I'm not going to actually start playing the farm account because as a brand new account, I don't want to go through this tutorial and waste time. Okay, so now I can finish this tutorial and switch accounts. I'll show you how to do that. So click on your profile, go to settings, go back to character management. You can see here, there's the account we just created. And I'm going to go back to the main account to talk about farming tips. And we will get to showing you how to transfer the resources between the accounts. But first I just want to show you how to build out your farm account to take full advantage of it. Here we go, we're in my main account. So what I recommend first for spending your gems that you get for even as a free-to-play player, click your VIP, and you're going to want to get to VIP 6. Because at 6 you get a 10% boost in your gathering speed, and also, which is really important, you unlock that second building queue, which is needed to upgrade 2 buildings at a time. Plus you get a nice little 10% building speed bonus, and you also get a 15% production bonus on all your resources, and you can see the other bonuses here once you get to 6, action point recovery, etc. But the gathering speed is the main reason why you want VIP 6. So then what I would focus on for troops is T1 siege. So you could upgrade and have higher, like T3 siege or whatever it is, because it has a bigger load, but they take more resources to train, they take more resources to heal if you get attacked while you're farming, and you could easily just send out more T1 instead of less T3. It's not hard to keep training T1 siege, and it only takes food and wood instead of gold as well when you get to like T4 and whatnot. So what I plan on doing is just training a bunch of T1, and that way the most important thing actually is not only is it cheap, but when you do get your troops attacked, say they're all sitting in their city and they get attacked and you fill your hospital, it only takes 3 seconds to heal any amount of tier 1 troops. So that's the main reason why I stick to tier 1 troops on the farm account. We're going to go through the different commanders so you guys know which commanders you should focus on your farm account. So let's start with Joan of Arc, because that's, if you chose France as your starting civilization, she's going to be the one that you get the most sculptures for. Just progressing through your game, you're going to get sculptures for whatever civilization commander that you chose. So we've got this first skill, which doesn't help you for gathering. So we want to upgrade her to this one here. So we're going to upgrade to at least the 2nd star. Once you max out the 2nd skill, you're going to have a 25% bonus gathering speed and a 25% load bonus speed, which is just amazing for farming. Joan of Arc, she's 37, and you notice my other gathering commanders are also 37, because that's how many talent points I want to spend. After that, you could maybe go to 40, but it doesn't really matter going past 40. So here's the talent tree build. You basically just want to hit this one and max it out so you can have a 25% bonus. This one here is, if I went to 40, is what I would, just so you can get to the resource and back quicker. So that is the talent build, and that will be the same talent build for all primary gathering commanders. So you got primary and secondary commanders. So your primary talent tree is the only talents that matter. The skills, so let's say I pair up Constance with Gaius Marius here. The talent tree of this guy is not going to matter at all. So if I were to put points in here, it's not going to increase the troop capacity, because it only matters of the primary commander. The secondary's commander skills will come into effect, however. So that's why you use your sculptures to level up your skills, and you can pair up your commander. You want to focus on 5, and other than your primary here, I would actually focus on Centurion first, because he's going to be the easiest to get up to 37. And when you max out that third skill, you've got a 10% gathering speed bonus, 10% load bonus. So he'll be easy. Sarka and Gaius are also both really good gathering commanders. You want to get her second skill up to max, so that's an 18% gathering speed bonus, a 30% load bonus for her third skill if you max it out. And then Gaius, you've got first skill doesn't matter too much, other than then you got your second skill here is you want to max out. So you've got 20% food bonus, gathering speed, 15% wood, 15% stone. So he got those skills. Then we've got the 30% load bonus for that skill you want to max out. And the last one is kind of cool because you get the siege unit march speed bonus. Like, I'm only sending out siege anyway, so it's a nice little bonus, but it doesn't affect it too much. So those are the 5 commanders I got at 37 points. So these are going to be my primary commanders, and they are easier to level up than your legendary commanders. So right now for legendary commanders that are gatherers, I've got Cleo, and I always send her out as a secondary because I'm not going to level her up when I already have the same talent tree. So if you look at her talent tree, like they're going to be the same. If I max that out, it's going to be 25%. Look at her skills here. This second one, first one's healing. Second one is if you max out her second skill, so don't level her up to the third skill right away, like her star level, stay at 2 until you get this one maxed out, and you're going to have 30% stone bonus gathering speed and all other resources at 20% gathering speed. So that's pretty good to throw on a secondary, especially if you're gathering stone, but a 20% all other resources is pretty cool too. After that, you can have up to a 50% load bonus on her gatherers. So basically they'll just carry more resources and you need to send less units, but like I said, I'm just going to train more T1 units overall. I'm not too worried about that because they're cheap. So if you could expertise a legendary commander on your farm account, then she gets extra resources, like a resource pack, as a new skill when you put expertise. So when you get all these to 5, you will unlock the expertise, and then you'll get that resource pack. Then we've got this chick here. She's got this skill which I've maxed out to 5, you can see. So she's got a 30% gold bonus and 20% all other resources. So I send her as a secondary as well. I could make her a primary, it just depends, because really, let me show you the city hall, for example. You go to your city hall info here, and you can see the troop dispatch queue. So 5 is the max, no matter how high your castle is. 5 is the max. You can only send 5 marches. So to have more than 5 primary gatherers doesn't make too much sense to level them all up, and you could be spending that XP on other commanders later if you decide to turn your farm account into a main account as well. This guy here, he has this skill, the second one you want to max out, so keep him at 2 stars as well until you max this one out, because you can have a 30% food bonus, 20% wood, 20% stone, and nothing for gold. So don't send him as a secondary to gold, it's not going to help out. If we look through the other ones, we've got this chick here. We want to level up her second skill, max that out before you level her up to 3 stars as well. She's got 25% max of stone, 20% food, and 20% wood if you max your second skill out. The health bonus and defense bonus on your siege units doesn't really matter because, like, I'm not going to go out attacking with them, you know what I mean? Like, as a farmer, I don't know. And, like, if someone attacks me, like, all units are stronger. Like, cavalry, infantry, archers are all strong against siege, so it doesn't really matter. Siege is strong against Watchtower. She's got an increased troop capacity, so you could be sending more units if you have a larger node to farm, like your alliance. She'd be good to send to your alliance node, where you can be farming all night because it's such a big node of resources. And if you can max her out and get her special skill, she gets an extra 10% of her resources upon gathering. So that's a nice bonus. if you can focus your epic sculptures on that after, that would be a good idea as well. And I want to talk one more thing, I guess. I don't know why you would, because I would just focus on the other ones, but there is some versatility talent tree you can increase in gathering speed, for example, right there. If you were short on other commanders at the very beginning or something, gathering speed items, don't forget to use those, because that increases by 50%, which is quite large. So pretty much always keep that active unless you're sleeping and you don't need that increased gathering speed because you're not going to be playing for 8 hours or something. So then you've got your food, wood, stone, and gold resource production in your city. Increase those. Obviously, I like to do these right around reset every day, so I get the daily quest for finishing them. And when you finish your daily quest, the last chest, you get 100 gems and a gold key, and an epic sculpture commander for those. So you want to kind of try and hit that every day if you can. But if you don't have time, your main account is more important. Go to our tech tree for research when we're researching. The military tree does not need any attention at all. In the very beginning, when you're doing a brand new account, you could skip this first page here that you see. When you zoom out, there's these villages and caves, and when you go to these villages, let's find one. I visit all these because they turn green. They'd be yellow. So visit these. You gotta explore the fog first, and by visiting them, they will teach you their secrets of their research, but I believe it's only the first 6, so once you get past that, you want to spend your research focus on your economy technology tree, basically boosting your gathering speed. If you plan on playing less, focus on your production in your city so you can just log in, claim your resources and log out or whatever. But if you have more time to play, definitely focus on your gathering speed and keep your gatherers out farming as much as you can so you can feed your main as much as you can. Obviously that depends on how much time you have to play. For alliance, you want to join a farm alliance. A lot of the big alliances have farm alliances, and just find one. It's better to have people to play with, and there's lots of reasons why. If you farm within your flag borders here, you will get a increased gathering speed. See, yeah, right there, 25%. This is why there's such a problem with people farming in each other's lands, because not only do you get the bonus speed for farming on these resource nodes, but your alliance gets a portion, a small cut of that sent to the alliance storehouse, and they need that to build flags and whatever else. Now, if you're in like a kill event, what you want to do with your farm account for the Mighty Governor kill event is you cannot attack a flag unless their alliance is touching that flag. So you just find like a flag and send them one out to each one if you want, and reinforce it, and just send out a full march, and your troops should be safe. And instead of if someone's allowed to attack your T1s in your city, they probably will in the beginning until you guys have like a no attack city rule in your kingdom or something like that. So if you need to keep your troops safe, put them in a flag, one that's not touching someone else's preferably. Another way to protect your resources until you're ready to trade them over, or even to get a return on your resources, is this courier station. Of course, she's not here. Where you can trade for other resource tokens like this. No one can touch this, no one can steal that from you. So you've got your storehouse here. It's going to show you how much you can protect. So there's 2 methods of getting the resources. One is attacking your own city and plundering it. I don't recommend this way because there's a hidden 30% plunder tax, and you just kind of lose 30% of the resources from attacking to gather your resources that way. But you could send all your troops out to gather, or into a flag or something like that. Go back to your main, if you park your farm account near your main, and just attack it and get the resources that way. And you would take some losses if you're doing that way, don't upgrade your watchtowers in the farm account, because you're gonna lose troops to the watchtower. So don't upgrade the watchtower. You do, however, want to get to at least City Hall 17 to get 4 marches for gathering. So you need to upgrade the watchtower to get to that. I'm not sure if you need to or not. If you don't have to, don't do it. But the best way, honestly, is to transfer resources between the 2 accounts. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Before I do that, there is one more thing that's important, is the trading post. So in the trading post, you can trade resources. Without one, you cannot. So there's a tax rate. If you look at it, you can see by upgrading it lowers the tax rate. So at level 6, there's still that 30% tax rate, but if you get it above that, then it definitely makes worth trading your resources this way, because you lose less. And you can have a higher transportation capacity, so each time you send resources, send more, make it quicker transferring. Okay, so here's how you would send resources to your farm account. You want to join the alliance of your main alliance, or have your main join your farm alliance. So search for the alliance that you need to join. It is case sensitive, so when you're searching the tag, make sure you use capital letters or lowercase. Okay, so you join farm alliance. All you do is click on their city, click assist, send the resources. Isn't that a cute kitty? Meow. I'm a cat. What? One more tip I wanted to include for your farm account is to use the runes that you can get from killing the guardians. You got your gathering speed ones, you got your production ones, so make use of those runes. If you're going to pull your gatherers to teleport over to your farm to transfer resources, be that nice person and bookmark those resource nodes that you're leaving behind to come back to later and finish them off, so you don't bring great shame to yourself and your alliance. If you do prefer to plunder your own farm, that way you don't have to switch alliances to switch resources over. You just teleport in and attack your own farm. So first I'm just going to show you. I'm going to scout the farm first, and you can see how much resources can be plundered. There's 1.1 million food, 350,000 wood, 1.2 million stone. Okay, now we will attack the farm. Let me just switch up who I'm sending out here. I'll send all cavalry. So the load is 1.4 million. You can see there how much the farm has. So we'll let it burn, burn. Okay, we'll have back. We'll check the report. And you can see how much resources were loaded. So that was about a full load there. So 520,000 food. I said 1.1 million, right? So let's try and clean up the rest. We'll just send that. Man, they are slow. Okay. So that was a quick victory because there's like no troops. And only another 280,000. So if you do the math, that's about 30% of the resources that it said was available to plunder. But I did not actually plunder because there's a hidden plunder tax. So there, I showed it to you guys just so you know what I'm talking about. You can choose whether to attack your own farm or switch alliances and just transfer those resources to your main and switch back to your main alliance, or unless they're both in the same alliance, and that works out too. So that's the end of this video, guys. If you want more Rise of Kingdoms videos, subscribe.